It's me again. I'm here. I'm going to talk about key bindings to help you multitask, more of micro heroes in a basic setting of just making your life easier and quicker to start you with micro. And then I'm going to get a little advanced, but I'm not going to go too deep because you'll understand, I believe, where it can go from there. Isn't that cool? I'm out of the way. I'm out of the way. I love that tire tide stuff. This will probably be gone by the time most of you see it, but it's still fun stuff. Love it, love it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make me small. And I'm going to, just to show you, I'm resetting my hotkeys, apply. So they're the basic Dota things. And I'm just going to work off that. You will be able to understand, and based on your own hotkeys and your own selections, how you want it to work. But this is how I got it to go. So right now we have F1 selects your hero, and F2 selects carrier, and we have groups for select control groups through these. So I'm going to just mess with the control groups. I'm going to basically remove a lot of them. They keep going to here, to the advanced. What I'm doing is I'm going to make my hero, because it just makes sense for me to say, instead of F1, I'm going to say my hero is 1, and then I'm going to jump to advanced hotkeys. I'm jumping down here, and then there's this awesome thing around here. As soon as I see it again, select all units. I don't know, this used to be an F1 F2 shortcut key thing for Dota, and they kind of removed it. This is super handy, and I make that 2. And then I don't have select all controlled units. You might want to put that. You can put that as your 3 or however you like it, but it's not my cup of tea. I don't. I like to micro my heroes separate from the units I create at almost at all points in time, because it sets you up to die if you just kind of group mosh people. So now I'm going to go into game, and I'm going to try to show you the why those are work, and then set some control groups to make more sense of things. I mainly play support, and it gets and I'll start with like a basic hero. We'll go to create my warlock. It doesn't like the menus UIs get screwed up as soon as you start messing through the options. It doesn't like to refresh them. I don't know why, of the characters. They like to freeze the menus. Maybe that's a save on resources. I don't really need enemies. This is a little over the top to kind of get it going. But I like having stuff for reference for the other ones. Let's create another one. So we got a bunch of tough guys. Let's make sure they all have too many hearts. That way you can see the stuff, the damage spread and other things. So right now when I have 1, I can select my character. I'm over here. I can double click 1. I can go back to my character. As when you play Warlock, you a lot of times you'll make a golem, and then as soon as you're done making your golem, you put down a slow. So I can put 2. It's any other unit right now. So he's quickly controlling my thing, and I don't want to accidentally control my warlock without intentionally hitting 1. So I can kind of quickly tab back and forth. You know what? Let's turn on some keyboard things so you guys can see what I'm doing here. I have the F1 and F2s there, but I'm mainly using 1 and 2 to kind of use them. If I double click, I can go to my character and select that. It's really quick. Let's go send this guy to die. Give myself a necro book. That includes a lot of units, but it doesn't cover everything. So we're going to go over what is good and what is bad about it. So right now, free spells on and off. So I do this. So now I select my 2, and all the other units will start attacking those. Now I can keyboard bind these guys to other things, in which most cases you might want to, depending on your setup, for multiple reasons.
Summoned forth.
Alright, so now I'm going to switch to Witch Doctor, because his used to not be F2, like in the, or F2. I'm saying F2, but I mean number 2 in this case, because that's what I assigned it to. It used to be F1, F2, long back in the day. That's why I'm getting mentally confused as I'm talking about this. So I create my Death Ward here, and I can immediately hit 2, and then I can go to 1 if I need to pull my character away, 2, and redirect my Death Ward to targets. The Death Ward used to be buggy, and you had to create a key for it, and we're going to start talking about that stuff here in a little more often. We also have the, I'm going to turn on another setting here to show you something people have a lot of problems with, and you think it works right off the bat, but it doesn't. You auto select summon units. I'm turning that on. I usually have that off because I don't like my group, my people being a group. Turn on and off free spells. So I'm dropping my alt, and now I can auto tune it. But if there's a character over here out of range, I'll do it one more time so it makes more sense. I'm just turning on and off free spells. So I create it there. So I'm hitting here, and then I right click. Oh, he's in range, so that didn't work. Let's turn it on and off one more time for a better example. So, alright, that was a great example. I ground clicked, and then I messed up and moved my target. Even though, and then I can tab, and it looks like it's good here because I'm ground clicking and I can move that. So I tabbed. But now I'm getting to the original mistake I was trying to show you. That's got an impressive range by the way. I'm trying to, it can't reach that, so I start to accidentally ground click and my character moves. I can tab over and all that stuff, but I find that I make less mistakes if I do that and hit 2 and redirect it, and I don't accidentally move my character somewhere to cancel my spell. Now you can make custom, well, a good example, another good example of another hero. These are just kind of like extra tips, I think, that make this understanding a little better. When you have, well, I just turned that on, so there's something else cool. Side bonus, we got a healing ward with Jug, and now you've seen people move, and then the healing ward gets stuck under him, and you can't kill the healing ward because it's impossible to select. That's because they have the both units selected. But as soon as I go to attack, it right click, it separates. This healing ward doesn't stand in full range, but it likes to stand like right about there away from my hero when it's moving with my hero for some reason. I don't know why it is, but the problem with healing ward is right now I'm hitting 2. Well, it's a group, so it's moving. Right now I'm hitting 2. It's not in any other unit. For some reason, certain things Dota just ignores. So I can't control that to move that around. But my 1 is fine. 2, it just ignores that. It's like, what is that and why do I need to use that? So what I like to do is I'm going to push a button. I'm pushing control, then I'm pushing 3 to give it a control group. And now whenever I make that hero in game, this will prep you before a game starts. Like you can give your ward, you can give your golem, shortcut key bindings, and all that stuff to help your micro along with things. So now I create my healing ward, and then I hit 2. Wow, it's messing up because I got a group. Let's auto select summon units as a group. Let's get this over here till it dies. So it's less confusing. We're gonna do that. Drop it. See, it's auto following me around because that's what it does at first. But if I wanted to micro it, I can't hit 2, but I can hit 3. And now Dota will remember the keys. I don't have to set them up the first time I do this. The next time I play this hero in game that I just set up in this demo mode, it will remember those key bindings. Who's another good hero? Not Treant, but who makes all the trees, guys? Natures. Naturs. I did it. I spelled.
I guard the wooded ways.
So I make.
By my
I drop trees,
full roots and rocks.
and then I hit 2 because it's any other unit, and I can direct those around while controlling my other character around and stuff like that. Now I can give these guys assign keys, but that's for the most part I do little micro. I play like him. I play some others that I don't need to do sophisticated things. You can go into PL. You have one. You can micro set the one that does damage and the one that doesn't damage to different keys. That way you can make them walk away while your characters are auto ticking and attacking people. A lot of you have probably dealt with that and not sure what's going on or gotten juked. But that's because they did key bindings. But right now, too, if I had PL up, would select all the units and create those. And then you just create keys to your custom needs and you kind of go down. But I really like having 1 and 2. And I do that because and I move it from F1 because I like to switch back and forth between my hero constantly, and it's really important. And I'm just keeping F2 courier for simplicity's sake and all that stuff. I think back in the day it used to be like C or something along those lines. And then items used to be like number keys, but they kind of move those out. And I've been trying to do that. I might move my items back to number keys and then make that all F1s. But I think the gist is there. To easily control micro, you have the 1, select your unit, and 2, select all other units. And there'll be a lot of circumstances where you're like, why doesn't this work? Give it a control group. Go into demo mode, give it a control group. Before you go into a game, it will remember it in the game. And your life will be much, much, much simpler. Yo, thanks for hanging. I've edited this down. Hopefully I'm not like a little too long. I catch y'all. Let me know if this helps and what I left out that I can make better for the next time. Appreciate y'all, and subscribes really do help out. Thanks.